Welcome to the Bee and Thistle Orchard's 2019 Haskap and Rhubarb Harvest. We'd like to show you how we approached the harvest this year, starting with keeping out the pesky birds by pre-installing our bird guard systems. In 2018, the orchard purchased a Weramazak mechanical harvester to help harvest the almost 10,000 Haskap bushes we own. The first thing we do each morning is bring all of the equipment up to the orchard. Approximately 40 empty trays are placed on the back of the harvester. Empty trays are placed at the end of the rows so that they can be put onto the back of the harvester on the next go-around. Some mornings have too much dew on the plants, so we spend a bit of time hand hoeing to keep ahead of the weeds. Now we're ready to go. The first thing that we need to do is to start up the equipment and make sure that all components are in alignment. Here's a view how the harvester captures the bushes and gives them a shake in order to make the berries fall off. It's a good idea to have two operators. Peter was self-taught last year, so this year he took the opportunity to train Colin as the second operator. The average speed that the tractor tows the harvester is approximately 1 mile an hour. Once the berries are shaken off the bush, they travel up the main large conveyor belt before entering a second conveyor that has a blower attached that will remove as much plant debris as possible. The berries then fall through a chute for hand sorting before falling into the trays. make sure that the berries stay as cool as possible, we have them picked up in the rows and then taken immediately to the processing station. At the processing station, the berries are washed and once again hand sorted to remove any residual debris. All of our Haskap are placed in 16-liter sterilized buckets to be immediately frozen. To ensure that the freezer remains at a constant temperature, we're very quick in putting the buckets into the building. At the end of every day, we sterilize all of our equipment, including the harvester. Our current freezer isn't big enough to hold all of our berries, so we rented some commercial freezer space in Saskatoon. We took 108 buckets there in 2 loads. Once the Haskap had been picked, we move on to rhubarb. The orchard has 3 varieties of rhubarb, all of which will make excellent wine. We used a mechanical slicer with a 9/16 inch blade. All of the rhubarb was put into sterilized buckets and frozen. One last thing we have to do before calling it a day is to go to Ravensfield and do some cultivating and hoeing.